Legend of Yufei Chapter 12.
So we're at this military exam, but straight away, you sense it's not just about merit. The official in charge, Zhang Bangchang, he seems to be holding a grudge.
Yeah, the source tells us pretty quickly what's happening there. Zhang Bangchang had just been sort of indirectly criticized by a General Zhang Ye.
Oh, really? How?
Well, Zhang Ye used these stories, like allegories, to subtly accuse Zhang Bangchang of being jealous, of holding back talented people.
Ah, okay, so that hit a nerve.
Exactly. Apparently struck a nerve, made Zhang Bangchang feel, guilty, but also really angry, defensive.
Which sets the stage perfectly for him to target Yufei.
Precisely. Yufei becomes the unfortunate focus of that resentment.
So it's not just an examination, it's already like a stage for personal payback and power games.
Definitely. And that's a key thing to grasp right from the start, how personal feelings can just twist these official processes.
Right. Nugget number one. Even in supposedly fair contests, these hidden agendas can totally corrupt things. So, with this tension just simmering under the surface, Zhang Bangchang doesn't wait around. He immediately challenges Yufei to archery against Prince Liang Wang.
Yeah, straight into it. And interestingly, General Zhang Ye, the one who criticized Zhang Bangchang, he's apparently secretly pleased by this.
Oh, why's that?
He seems to think this whole challenge might actually backfire on Zhang Bangchang somehow, lead to his downfall.
Okay, interesting dynamic there. So, the archery contest begins. How far are the targets?
Initially, they're set at over 100 paces, which, is already a pretty decent distance for archery.
For sure.
And then Prince Liang pulls this little move, pretending his bow isn't strong enough, and he insists Yufei shoots first.
A bit of psychological maneuvering there.
Feels like it. And then here's where it gets really blatant.
Okay.
Zhang Bangchang secretly tells his attendants to move the target way further back.
How far?
To 240 paces. Just an incredible distance.
Wow. That's not subtle. He's actively trying to make Yufei fail.
Absolutely. The goal is clearly to eliminate him from the competition right then and there.
So how does Yufei react to this? I mean, the pressure, the obvious cheating.
It's amazing, actually. The text emphasizes his composure. Despite this blatant trickery, this huge distance, he stays completely unhurried. Calm.
Nerves of steel.
Totally. And the description of the shot is quite poetic. Bow opened like a full moon, arrow flew like a shooting star. Then boom, 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 9 arrows, one after another, really fast.
9 arrows. And the result, what did the official report back?
This is the jaw-dropping part. The official reports that all 9 arrows went through the exact same hole in the target.
Wait, the same hole? All 9?
The very same hole. The precision is just staggering. It says the flag wavers couldn't keep up, and the drummers, beating the drum for hits, their arms were sore.
That is absolutely mind-blowing skill.
Yeah.
So, faced with this undeniable proof, what does Zhang Bangchang do?
Well, the source mentions he's nearsighted, right? So they bring the target up close for him to see the evidence.
Okay, so he sees it.
He doesn't even let the official finish explaining. He just shouts, "Nonsense, take it away."
Unbelievable. Just outright denial.
Yeah, it couldn't be clearer. He's not interested in merit, not interested in the truth. He's just determined to dismiss Yufei, no matter how extraordinary the feat.
Wow. Imagine having that skill, pulling that off under pressure, and just having it waved away. It really shows how bias can just blind people.
It really does. So Prince Liang, seeing this, he obviously realizes he can't possibly beat Yufei at archery. Not even close.
Right. So what's his next move?
He pivots. He suggests, okay, let's have a martial arts contest instead.
Ah, switching disciplines.
Yeah.
But does he plan to fight fair?
Not a chance. His real motive is, well, it's pretty dark. He plans to basically pull Yufei aside and tell him to feign defeat.
To throw the fight.
Exactly. To fake losing, so Prince Liang can claim the top title.
And if Yufei refuses?
The prince's plan B is just to kill him during the bout. He figures, I'm a prince who's going to punish me.
Good grief. That escalated quickly. From cheating to potentially murder. It really makes you think, how far will people in power go?
It's a chilling thought, isn't it? The entitlement, the lack of accountability he feels.
And Zhang Bangchang, the presiding official. What's his take on this shift to combat?
Oh, he readily agrees. Seems perfectly happy with this plan.
Of course he is. So Prince Liang gets ready out on the training ground. He's got his, golden-backed broadsword?
Yep, looking imposing, probably taunting Yufei to come out and face him.
And Yufei. How does he approach this? He must know his skill is superior, but it's a prince.
Well, that's the fascinating part. He hesitates. He's clearly reluctant. I mean, fighting a prince, even in a contest, is risky. It could be seen as disrespectful, politically dangerous.
Yeah, you get in serious trouble, regardless of the outcome.
Right, so he approaches slowly. The text says he holds his spear inverted, kind of point down, a non-aggressive posture.
And how does the crowd react to this hesitation?
They, including General Zhang Ye, they completely misread it. They assume he's scared, timid, basically useless. They expect him to lose badly.
Ugh. Judging the book by its cover. But then the prince tries to actually execute his plan, right? The bribe.
Exactly. Seeing Yufei approach cautiously, Prince Liang speaks to him softly, privately. He lays it out. Fake a loss, I'll reward you handsomely. Refuse, and well, you won't leave this arena alive.
Wow. Direct threat. So this is the moment of truth for Yufei. Bribe or death.
And this is where his character just shines through. It's a powerful moment.
What does he say?
He acknowledges the prince's rank, respectfully, but then he firmly states his principles. He points out how many other candidates have studied, trained for years, hoping for a chance at honor.
He's standing up for everyone, not just himself.
Precisely. He argues that Prince Liang, who already has wealth and status, shouldn't need to stoop to cheating for a martial title. He says it would risk the prince's own position.
That's a bold argument to make to a prince threatening you.
Incredibly bold. He says it would betray the emperor's desire to find talent and crush the hero's patriotic spirit. He basically pleads with the prince to reconsider, to let everyone compete fairly.
Wow. Integrity over survival instinct.
Yeah.
So how does the prince take this lecture, essentially?
Not well. He's enraged, instantly attacks Yufei with his broadsword, aiming right for the head.
And Yufei?
Parries it easily with his spear, effortlessly. Prince Liang then tries a strike to the waist.
Does that connect?
Nope. Yufei blocks that too, using a specific technique the text names Osprey's Big Flip, though maybe not fully executed, just enough to deflect.
So the prince is getting furious now.
Absolutely losing it. He launches this wild barrage, 6 or 7 rapid blows, just trying to overwhelm Yufei.
But Yufei holds his ground.
More than holds his ground. He demonstrates this incredible defensive skill, uses another name technique, child embracing heart stance, sounds like a close, tight defense.
Okay.
And he parries every single attack, flawlessly from all sides. The prince can't touch him. It's a total masterclass in defense and control.
Not just blocking, but showing complete mastery without even needing to strike back hard.
Exactly. He's showing his superiority without unnecessarily escalating violence against royalty.
So eventually, the prince just gives up.
Pretty much. He has to retreat, gets back on his horse, heads back towards the drill hall, likely fuming and humiliated.
Yufei.
Calmly follows him on foot. That image of the enraged prince riding away and Yufei just calmly walking behind him, it says everything about who really won that encounter, doesn't it?
It really does.
Liang gets off his horse, walks over to the examiner, Zhang Bengchai, and he's totally dismissive. Says Yufei's martial arts are just ordinary, basically asks if he can even fight. Zhang Bengchai, maybe trying to, keep the prince happy, sort of agrees. Says Yufei's skills aren't really up to the prince's level.
Yeah. What's fascinating here is Yufei's response when another examiner, Zhang, calls him over, confronts him about these supposedly ordinary martial arts. Yufei initially refuses to fight seriously. But critically, it's not because he's scared. Instead, he brings up the difference in status, the due to between him and the prince. This isn't just an excuse, It's Yufei using a really deep-seated social rule to frame the whole fight before it even starts.
That's such a crucial point. So Zhang, the examiner, he pushes back at first, right? He says something like, well, if that's how you feel, you shouldn't have come to test. But Yufei, quick as anything, he's got this compelling counter-argument ready. He explains, how could I not test after waiting 3 years? But, he says, previous exams were just writing, archery, sword dances, tests of quality. Now, facing the prince with real weapons, fighting on horseback, how can there be no mistakes?
Exactly. It's not just making excuses, it's brilliant strategy. He's proactively framing the whole thing. He's shifting the perceived risk onto the prince and the examiners themselves.
Yeah, and then he lays out the risks precisely, makes his case totally undeniable. He says basically, look, if I accidentally hurt this high-status prince, my life is over, and others get dragged down with me. But flip side, if I get hurt or killed by the prince, my life is just white scent, utterly wasted. Poof. Gone. No accountability for the prince. It's a classic example of what you might call risk articulation as leverage. By clearly stating the potential disaster scenarios for himself both ways, he just highlights how unfair the whole setup is. Especially with the prince's rank. He's basically saying, hey, the rules here are rigged against me, let's fix them.
And this leads right into Yufei's incredibly audacious demand.
Yeah.
A formal life and death contract.
He insists, look, both sides have to agree in writing. Nobody's held accountable for injuries or even death during this fight. Think about that. It's like a prenup for a duel, but wow, the stakes are way higher.
Indeed they are. And you have to ask, why demand something so extreme? Well, if you connect the dots, it's this really sophisticated play. It involves asymmetric information and what you could call leverage reversal. Yufei uses the prince's high status like a shield and a sword. He forces this contract, this precondition, that effectively levels the playing field.
Right.
And Zhangyi, the examiner, he gets it immediately. He concedes, says, yeah, this makes sense. Like the ancient said, a warrior in battle, you get wounded or you die, right? How can you guarantee safety?
But Liang Wang hesitates a bit.
He does. But Zhang Bengchang jumps in, seems totally confident this is just Yufei bluffing. He pushes the prince to agree, probably thinking it'll expose Yufei and, impress everyone else.
Zhang Bengchang really misread the room there, didn't he?
Completely misjudged it.
And the crucial detail here, the thing that really shows Yufei's meticulous planning, is how these contracts are handled. They're written out, signed, then presented to all four examiners.
Official seals and everything.
And then they're exchanged. Liang Wang's copy goes to Yufei. Yufei's copy goes to Liang Wang.
But Liang Wang, maybe feeling a bit too sure of himself, just hands his copy over to Zhang Bengchang to hold on to.
Okay, so the legal stuff is sorted. The contracts are signed, sealed, and Yufei immediately launches his next brilliant move. It's like a calculated tactical delay. He tries to give his own signed contract to examiner Zhangyi.
Right, the one he received from Liang Wang.
No, the one he signed for Liang Wang,
Okay.
sorry, yeah. He tries to give his promise to Zhangyi.
Ah, got it. His own liability waiver.
Exactly. But Zhangyi refuses, says, look, this is your own life and death, you keep it yourself, tells him, why give it to me? Get down, basically.
And this refusal, it seems minor, maybe, but it's incredibly pivotal for Yufei's bigger plan. It gives him the perfect, totally legitimate reason to step away from the center stage for a moment and regroup. He needs to secure that contract the one Liang Wang signed, giving him permission, essentially.
The one he received from Liang Wang.
Right. Yes. Without that piece of paper, his entire legal shield if he hurts the prince, or any claim his family might have if he dies, it all just vanishes. It's the anchor for his whole strategy.
So with that really clever excuse set up, Yufei just says, yes, 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 and leaves the middle of the schoolyard. Then he immediately goes and finds his brothers, his allies among the other candidates. He tells them something like, hey, the prince's contract is with Master Zhang. Mine, old Master Zhang wouldn't take, so I'll just go give it to a friend. Be right back.
Just a quick errand, nothing to see here.
Exactly. But then he doesn't waste a second. He dives into these incredibly detailed, pragmatic instructions for his allies. It shows this whole other layer of preemptive leadership.
It really reveals an amazing level of contingency planning.
Yeah.
I mean, truly remarkable. He's not just planning to win, he's planning for survival, for managing every single possible outcome. He tells Tang and Yu, okay, if Liang Wang loses soon, you two guard the entrance to his tent.
Why?
I'm afraid his people might rush out and interfere, so be ready to help me.
Smart. Then to Zhang Jian.
Brother, look at the back of the tent packed with his personal guards. If they try anything, you block them right there.
Covering all angles. And Wang. This is the critical one, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. To Wang, he says, Brother Wang, you need to get weapons ready and wait at the schoolyard gate. If I get killed by Liang Wang, you have to collect my body. Grim, but necessary.
Wow.
But T, he says, if I am defeated, not killed, just defeated, you must chop open the schoolyard gate so I can escape.
An escape route for every possible outcome. Victory, defeat, death. He's got a plan.
Exactly. And then he hammers home the importance of his own life and death contract, the one Liang Wang signed. He says, you nimish,
Which means
if this thing gets lost, my life is over.
he's not just prepping for a fight. He's prepping for, like, a mini-war, leaving absolutely nothing to chance. And what makes this all even more intense is just the sheer scale of the audience watching this whole drama unfold. The source describes thousands and tens of thousands of people packed together standing like walls. Can you imagine the pressure, the public scrutiny, as Yufei walks back to the center of that yard, having just set up every piece of his complex, multi-layered strategy.
It's like he's saying, okay, let the games begin.
But I've already kind of won, or at least guaranteed I survive whatever happens.
All right. Right away, the text points out something odd about Prince Liang. It's supposed to be a standard martial exam, right? He's apparently very agitated, and he set up these 3 large tents. They used to be on a drill ground. Why? That's not normal procedure at all.
No, definitely not. And what's really interesting is the source gives us 3 specific and kind of alarming reasons why he did this. First, well, he's a feudal prince, a Tio. So he thinks he's above the rules that apply to everyone else.
Okay, privilege. Makes sense.
Second, it says he's bribed corrupt officials. These officials are basically looking the other way, letting him do whatever he wants with this weird setup.
Right, so he's bought his way around the rules.
Exactly. And third, and this is the really concerning part, he harbors ill intentions. He's actually hidden his own household guards and attendants inside those tents for protection, just in case.
Wow. Hidden guards for an exam.
It shows his mindset right before the fight. He's absolutely demanding victory. It needs to be steady to win the top scholar. He's not leaving it to chance.
That's pretty telling.
Ah.
It sounds less like an exam and more like he's preparing for, well, something else entirely. So given he's got hidden guards, what's the actual master plan his guys, his luge, suggest to make sure he wins, especially with that life or death agreement hanging over them?
Well, their idea is, frankly, shocking. It really shows how deep the corruption went, or at least how much power they thought they had. They tell him, look, if Yufei seems too strong, if it looks like you might lose, we should just rush out and kill him with random blades. Just
murder him in the middle of the examination ground.
Exactly. And they figure they'll get away with it because this Grand Tutor Zhang, a big shot in the court, will cover for them, protect them from any fallout.
Unbelievable. And Prince Liang's reaction.
The text says he was delighted, just thrilled with this dark plan. Really shows you his character, doesn't it? Arrogant, ruthless.
Okay, so the scene is set. We have Prince Liang plotting in his tents with hidden guards. Now, Yufei arrives. How does that change things? The source says something interesting here. When Yufei shows up, Prince Liang, who maybe had some swagger before, suddenly looks different.
Yeah.
Yufei has this imposing presence.
Right, radiating confidence and strength.
And it actually makes Prince Liang somewhat timid. He gets nervous.
Yeah, you can almost picture it. The confidence drains away. And his first move isn't to fight. It's actually to try and, get out of it. He tries to bribe Yufei, offers him second place, the due, or maybe third place, if Yufei just lets him have the top spot, the top scholar position.
He offers him a bribe right there on the field.
Yep. Promises him future pokes, too, trying to sweeten the deal, anything to avoid the actual contest.
So how does Yufei handle this? Being offered a deal by a prince right before a potentially deadly fight?
Yufei's response is incredibly principled. The source quotes him directly. He says something like, "Learned civil and martial arts, originally for sale to the imperial family." He makes it clear he's worked for this. He talks about his 10 years of cold study. This wasn't just handed to him.
So basically, I earned this. I'm not throwing it away.
Exactly. And he goes further. He says it's not just him. Many other candidates who are watching wouldn't stand for being intimidated either. It really draws this stark line, doesn't it? Between, genuine ambition built on hard work and merit and just raw, corrupt power trying to buy its way. It's a powerful moment.
Yeah, that's a direct rejection. Standing up to power like that, wow, it must have infuriated Prince Liang.
Oh, absolutely. The text says he was enraged, completely furious.
So the bribe failed. What happens next? The duel begins.
It does. And Prince Liang, fueled by rage now, just goes for it. He immediately attacks with his gold-backed saber, the Win.
Aiming where?
Straight for Yufei's head. No messing around.
Okay. And Yufei?
Yufei, in contrast, is calm. Expert. Yeah. He just parries the blow with his own weapon, the Lishuan spear. And the block is so effective, so strong, it actually makes Prince Liang's arms sour and numb, Yufei. Right away, Yufei shows superior technique.
So Liang feels that immediately. But does he get the message? Apparently not. This is where his arrogance really kicks in. He sees Yufei defending and thinks Yufei must be scared, right? Holding back.
A total misread of the situation.
So he attacks even harder. More recklessly.
Exactly, just throws himself into it furiously. But Yufei's patience starts to run out.
Uh-oh.
He actually calls Prince Liang by his given name, Chai Gui.
Ooh, not your highness or Prince Liang.
Nope, just Chai Gui. And he tells him, basically, you don't know your place. You could have just left and saved face, but don't push it. Don't court disaster.
Why was calling him Chai Gui such a big deal?
Well, in that context, it's a massive insult. It strips away his title, his status. It treats him like any other person. Maybe even implies he's beneath Yufei, in front of everyone.
So that must have just
Sent him over the edge. The text says his fury was like thunder, absolute rage.
And that leads to the final confrontation.
Yes. Prince Liang makes one last, desperate swing with his saber.
And Yufei.
Yufei is ready. He calmly parries the saber again, deflects it perfectly, and then instantly transitions. He thrusts his Lichuan spear straight towards Prince Liang's heart.
A decisive counterattack.
Very decisive. Prince Liang tries to dodge, twists away, but the spear catches him on his rib armor strap, the fat. Then Yufei uses the momentum, uses the spear, to actually leverage him off his horse. The description is vivid. Head down, feet up, he throws him right off.
Wow.
And while Liang is down, Yufei delivers a second thrust. And that's it. It's over.
Just like that. Years of study meeting brute force and arrogance.
And skill winning out. Decisively.
What's the reaction on the drill ground? People saw this happen.
Oh, yeah. Immediately, the crowd, the other candidates, the spectators, they just cheer loudly.
Always a huge roar goes up. They were cheering for Yufei against the prince.
It seems so. But while the crowd cheers, the officials and Liang's guards, they're terrified. The text says they were scared, speechless, just staring at each other. They know this is bad.
I bet. Killing a prince, even in a duel with an agreement.
Exactly. So the patrolling officer immediately shouts orders, watch Yufei, don't let him escape. Please, they need to contain the situation.
And what does Yufei do amidst all this? The cheering, the panic, the guards moving in.
This is maybe the most telling part about his character. He just calmly gets off his horse. He plants his spear firmly in the ground, ties his horse to the spear shaft, and just stands there, waiting for orders. His expression, the text notes, is unchanged, I'd say. Complete composure after killing a prince in a duel.
Incredible calm. Little Prince Liang is dead.
Just like that.
The field supervisor, he apparently runs, totally out of breath, straight to the examiners.
Yeah.
So tell us about those first ripple effects, the reactions of the examiners, Zhang Ye and Zhang Bangcheng. They seem so different. What does that tell us?
Oh, it tells us a lot. It's immediate and really revealing. You have Zhang Ye, one examiner. He hears the news, and okay, he's startled inside, you can bet.
Sure.
But outwardly, he keeps his cool. He's thinking, strategizing, probably.
Okay, and Zhang Bangcheng.
The complete opposite. Utter shock. He just explodes. He's shouting, quickly, bind this fellow. Swordsmen rush down, tie Yufei up, drag him to the platform.
Wow. So cool head versus just pure fury.
Exactly. And it sets the stage for everything that follows.
And it doesn't stop there, does it? Prince Liang's personal guards, his household generals.
Right, they come bursting out of the tents, weapons drawn, looking for revenge, blood for blood.
But Yufei's got friends, allies who step in immediately.
He does. First, Tang Huai, he's got his spear, and he basically says, hold on, this needs public judgment, no mob rule here. He's calling for, like, due process.
A brave move, given the circumstances.
Very. And then Ni Gao jumps in. He's got these twin maces. Sounds intimidating.
Definitely.
And he echoes Teng Kuai, saying something like, you know, heaven's heroes will step in if people try to just use brute force or their connections.
Appealing to a higher sense of justice, maybe.
Sort of. And then there's Zhang Xian. He does something really dramatic.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
He takes his hooked spear and just rips down half a tent while shouting warnings at Prince Liang's men.
Rips down a tent. Wow. That's a statement. Pure theater, almost.
Absolutely. It's pure defiance. And you get this image of the crowd reacting. Some are laughing. Some are shouting support for Yufei's side.
So Prince Liang's men, they see this.
Yeah.
They see Yufei's already tied up, maybe,
Yeah.
and they hesitate.
Yeah, they see the mood shifting, the support Yufei has, even bound. They back off a bit, unsure.
Okay, so things are tense but maybe contained for a second. But Zhang Bangcheng, he's still furious.
Oh, absolutely livid. He's not calming down. He shouts this terrifying order. Behead Yufei and display his head.
What? Just like that. Execute him on the spot.
Right then and there. And his men, they immediately move to do it. He's just rigidly sticking to his idea of what needs to happen.
But wait, there's Zhang Yi. He steps in again.
Yes, a really crucial moment. Just as the swordsmen are about to act, Zhang Yi shouts, "Stop! He physically grabs Zhang Bangchang, steadies Wang Duo, another examiner. He's really taking charge.
Okay, so what's his argument? How does he try to stop this execution in the middle of all this chaos?
He's the pragmatist. He reminds everyone, Zhang Bangchang, Wang Duo, the others, about the life or death document.
The waiver they both signed?
Exactly. They both agreed beforehand, no blame if someone dies in the fight. And crucially, he points out that all the examiners signed it too. They witnessed it, they endorsed it.
Okay, so there's a legal angle.
Right. And Zhang Ye pushes it. He says, look, if you kill Yu Fei now, after we all sign this, all the other scholars here for the exam, they'll revolt. The scholars won't accept it.
They'd see it as totally unjust.
Precisely. And Zhang Ye warns, their own lives, the examiners' lives, could be at risk from the angry crowd. He insists this has to go to the emperor for a final ruling.
That sounds pretty reasonable. He's trying to de-escalate, follow some kind of procedure, prevent a riot.
It is reasonable, but Zhang Bangcheng, he completely dismisses it, just waves it away.
Seriously. What's his reasoning?
He basically says Yu Fei is just some martial student. He killed a prince. That makes him a rebellious subject and a traitor. End of story. Document or no document, crowd or no crowd. Execute him now.
Wow. He just doubles down.
He reissues the order. Swordsmen, quickly go and behead him. It's like he's incapable of seeing the danger, or maybe he just doesn't care. He's blinded by his own sense of outrage and authority.
This is it's heading for disaster.
And this right here is the spark that lights the fuse. Before the swordsman can even finish saying, yes, sir, New Gao Yu Fei's friend with the maces, he hears Zhang Bangcheng refuse Zhang Ye's logic again.
And he's had enough.
He absolutely erupts. He shouts about how unfair it is. Yu Fei clearly won. He's the best. He should be top scholar. But instead, he's tied up and about to be executed. New Gao yells, we are truly not convinced. You can just feel the outrage boiling over.
And then he does something drastic.
Well, yeah. He shouts something like, forget this. Better to kill this plague examiner first. Then we'll go sort things out with the old emperor.
Whoa.
Yeah.
He threatened an examiner.
He did. And then he swings those twin maces. Not Zhang Bangchang, though. He hits the Dadao Kigan, the grand flagpole, the symbol of the whole examination of imperial authority right there.
It's the flagpole.
Hits it so hard with this huge clang that it breaks. The whole massive pole comes crashing down with, the text says, a rumbling sound.
That's not just property damage. That's a symbol being shattered.
It's everything. It's the ultimate act of defiance. And it's the signal.
The signal for what?
For everyone else, all the other martial scholars who've been watching this unfold, they see the flag fall, they hear New Gao, and they just explode too. They start shouting together.
What are they shouting?
Basically, we waited 3 years for this. Prince Liang used his power to try and steal the top spot and hurt a worthy man. We rebel.
Wow. So it wasn't just New Gao. It was everyone.
It seems like it. The falling flag, their combined shouts. The description is intense, like heaven and earth were collapsing. It's a full-blown uprising right there in the examination grounds.
Okay, so now what happens to the examiners? Zhang Bangchang, Wang Duo, Zhang Jun.
Yeah.
And they must be terrified.
Absolutely. They're described as being at a loss, panicked. They basically grab onto Zhang Ye, pleading, reminding him, hey, we're all in the same boat here. You have to fix this.
Suddenly they need Zhang Yi's cool head.
Desperately. And Zhang Ye, he looks at the furious crowd, realizes reporting to the emperor is way too slow now. The immediate danger is overwhelming.
So what's his solution?
Pragmatic as ever. He says, okay, only one way to calm this down right now. Release Yu Fei, let him go, diffuse the immediate crisis. We can figure out the rest later, basically make other plans.
The others, Zhang Bangcheng included.
They agree instantly. Survival mode kicked in. Forget procedure, forget punishing Yu Fei, just make the angry mob go away.
So they untie Yu Fei.
Yes. And Yu Fei, he doesn't waste a single second. No thank you, no looking back. He grabs his weapons, gets on his horse, and he is gone.
Smart move.
Yeah.
And his friends? New Gao, the others?
Right behind him. New Gao, Tang Huai, Zhang Xin. The text mentions Wang Yi cutting open the gate outside the grounds. The 5 brothers, as they're sometimes called, they escaped together.
And what about all the other scholars who just rebelled?
Well, with Yu Fei gone and the place in chaos, they realize the exam is obviously over. It's ruined. So they just scatter. The text says they scattered in a commotion. The whole thing just dissolves.
Wow, what an incredible sequence of events. So what's the immediate aftermath on the ground?
Well, Prince Liang's men, the generals, they sadly gather up his body, prepare it for burial. That's a grim task.
And the examiners. Zhangye Zongbangchang.
They have the delightful job of preparing a report for the imperial court. Can you imagine writing that report? Trying to explain how an exam ended with a dead prince, a rebellion, and the main culprit escaping.
Yeah, that's not a report I'd want to write. And the source, it just leaves us hanging there, right?
Pretty much. It ends with that classic cliffhanger. We don't know what the court's decision will be. Let's wait for the next chapter.